Hello everyone, this is Leia, aka Reckless Nymph. Today we are going to explore your person's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards you. So, think of your person and then choose the pile that you feel drawn to the most. Also, please take note that this is a collective reading, so not all messages need to resonate. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate at all, then just come back to this part of the video and choose another pile. And to get the most out of your reading, please listen to this with discernment and approach it with personal responsibility. While this video is meant for entertainment, you can still take some time to reflect on your reading after. These insights can support your healing and your personal growth if applied practically and thoughtfully. So thank you for listening, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. Today we'll be exploring your person's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards you and your connection. We'll also check what actions they might take towards you, get some advice, and finish the reading with some channeled messages. Now, before everything, I will look into your situation first. That way you can gauge whether you're on the right pile. So if you picked pile number 1, we have this beautiful deck as well as this purple stone. So let's look into your situation. We have the King of Swords, the Six of Coins, the Seven of Cups, the Star, and the Three of Wands. And to clarify, we have the Four of Cups, the Seven of Coins, the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the World. Okay. So definitely there is a lot of doubt and uncertainty in your current situation right now with your person. It could be that you or your person or the both of you have a lot of options. These options could be people, it could be options around what to do with your life outside of your relationship. So there could be some things going on in your lives that are pulling you in different directions. Or it could be that you're not sure where this relationship is headed and if it has a potential to grow or develop into something more stable. So there are some heavy emotions around this. There's some indecision going on. What I'm seeing is that one of you feels a bit trapped and you don't really know what to do with the situation, basically. So I think that you are definitely wanting to talk to your person about this. There's definitely a lot of things that need to be discussed. It could be that you are wanting to touch on a lot of topics but don't often have the opportunity to. It feels like if you do try to open up these topics or even get close to finally talking about them, your person finds a way to run away from having a conversation. It could be that they find ways to escape having a serious discussion. You're trying to be hopeful about this though, and you're trying to be very understanding. You're trying to remain optimistic. And while you are also trying to stay calm and control yourself, it cannot be denied that this does get to you, and it is something that negatively impacts you. So this could even be something that deeply hurts you. There's really a lot of uncertainty and doubt. That is something that I keep seeing. Your person might be more focused on themselves. They might be more focused on their money, on their stability, on their independence. It could be that this relationship was also good in the beginning, but that is kind of locked in the past now. It seems like things were good and it could be pushed further, but right now it's not really certain whether that is going to happen. So you guys might be having different ideas about this relationship. It could be that someone in this dynamic likes things exactly the way that they are and doesn't want to move it forward, and then the other person is not really satisfied and wanting more. So it's just about having different ideas about where this relationship should go. On your side, I see that there's a lot that you're willing to do. You definitely want to take this relationship further. I think that's on your side. I'm feeling that you want there to be more. You want there to be more depth. You want there to be more of a bond, to have more trust. You want to take this relationship further. It could be that you even see yourself with this person long term, like throughout the rest of your life. I would say that you're willing to be very open with this person, to be vulnerable with them, to show your true self to them, and you're wanting them to express themselves in that way towards you as well. You want there to be honesty and openness between the two of you so that you can have more depth to the relationship. But on your person's side, it seems that they're not really interested in this. They seem a bit stubborn and not very open to these ideas. It seems that they're kind of closed off to it. They have other priorities. There are things that hold more importance to them. They could be a very logical person, and even though the door towards this opportunity with expanding your relationship is open, they're getting in their own way. And they know that there's love here and there could be a potential for things to go in a positive direction, but for some reason they're just not interested. And it could be that they have been open and transparent with you about that. And I'm getting that they feel very much misunderstood. So that is what I'm getting from your situation. And if you find that that resonates with you, then that means you are on the right pile. And now we can move forward to looking into their thoughts, their feelings, their intentions, and any actions that they might take towards you. So let's look at their thoughts, their feelings, their intentions, and their actions. So for thoughts, we have the Ace of Coins and the Two of Coins. Okay, so this flipped. It's the same card from earlier, the King of Swords. So again, for thoughts, we have Ace of Coins, Two of Coins. For feelings, we have Three of Coins and the Page of Wands. For intentions, we have the Ten of Swords and the Magician. And for actions that they might take, we have the Six of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So their intentions, their feelings, their thoughts, all of these things are coming out pretty clearly. It could be that your person might be a bit straightforward and even a bit blunt and insensitive with the way that they express their ideas to you. They're coming up as the King of Swords. So for their thoughts, they're really more focused on practical things. They're more focused on themselves. They're more focused on their stability, their self-improvement. They're more focused on, it could be that your person is working on their appearance. It could be that your person is working on their money. It could be that your person is working on trying to move, things like this. And if they're starting anything new in their lives, these things are making progress and moving along in a good direction. So this is really going to take up more of their time and their attention. They think that there's a good opportunity with you as well and that you can add to their stability, but they're not really sure whether they should take that opportunity. I would say that they're not sure if this is something that they can handle alongside all of the other things in their life that they're currently dealing with. For their feelings, we have, again, they're more focused on work. They're more focused on bringing forward the things that they're already working on, things in their life that might be holding a higher priority over your current relationship. And when it comes to you, I'm getting that they feel you should focus more on yourself as well. They feel that there's a lot that you could improve and that you also have a chance to learn and grow, and that you might be a bit torn when it comes to practical things. So it could be that they're not seeing you as someone who is sure about the path that they're walking on. It could be that you're dealing with things with your own career or your own stability, where things are kind of rocky and you might be hitting a fork in the road and you're not sure yet how to approach things. You might also be like in a transitional period of your life. So if you're starting something new as well, then you're basically standing on unfamiliar ground and you're not going to know in which direction to go because everything is new to you. So this is a possibility. It doesn't have to apply to everyone, but it could be something that resonates for some of you. So just take what resonates. I would say that it's clear here that they're feeling indecisive still. They're not sure what to do. They're weighing the pros and cons of things. It's like they have, like an angel and a devil on their shoulder. One that's telling them that, again, this is a good opportunity and they should move forward with it, and that they could have this chance to also learn and grow within the relationship. But then the other side is saying, why not just focus on yourself? why not just focus on your own security? This is something that could be more predictable. This is something that you have more control over, that you can be more sure of. And it seems like it makes more sense to go with that instead. That's what I'm feeling. Now with intentions, I'm seeing that, well, there is a small desire to go in the direction of progressing your relationship further, but I think the energy that weighs heavier here is that they're not sure what to do and they feel a bit paralyzed about the situation. It could be that they're not seeing things in a very optimistic light, I would say. It could be that they have a lot of worries and doubts about the relationship and if they continue in it. And these are things that are kind of becoming clear to them, but they don't know how to communicate it to you yet. Right now, they're kind of juggling their resources, like their emotional resources, physical resources, mental resources. So they're also their financial resources. They're juggling a lot of these things right now. And they can only put so much of these resources in so many aspects of their lives that they might be neglecting your relationship. So that is a repeating message. It could be that they see this relationship kind of coming to an end, or there's a possibility that they might have to consider that. But I feel that they're not sure of that yet. And as much as possible, they do want to make things work, but they're also feeling a bit hopeless about it. They feel that this chapter might come to a close. They do want to have everything, but I feel that it would take a lot from them. It would take a huge toll on them to do this. If you're just wondering if your person has feelings, they do, but they're also very much considering all of the practical aspects that could factor into whether or not this relationship could work long term. And the actions that they will take is that they might be gearing towards communicating something painful to you, and it might be something that they feel is in yours and their best interest, but they're a bit hesitant about it. They're not sure how to form their words and how to deliver this message to you. I think that they're aware that while this is something that might be good for the both of you long term, it is definitely something that will hurt the both of you, but I think they're aware that it might hurt you more than them. So again, they're considering an ending, but if it's possible, they would want to have everything. They would want to have the relationship still. So now we're going to move towards getting some advice. We're going to move to getting some advice to see what it is that you can do about your situation. So you cannot control your person, but you can control how you'll affect the situation. Okay, so for advice, we have the World, Temperance, the Knight of Swords, the Three of Coins, and the Emperor. So what I'm feeling is that I think you might also be aware that this relationship could be coming to a close. So it could even be that you guys have been together for a while and you've gone through a lot of things together, you've learned a lot of lessons and healed a lot of things within yourselves through each other. But you might both feel that you're not sure about whether this can continue. So you both have definitely gained a lot from this relationship though. I see a lot of emotions here, and I see that even though you both can see this ending coming, you're kind of rushing at it and trying to delay it or to just do something about it. You don't want this ending. It could be that you're trying your best to hold this thing together. You're trying your best to find some balance and to work on things. But the wheel is kind of turning, and again, we're getting that idea that things might be coming to a stop when it comes to this relationship. Now, what is the advice? I would say that you definitely want to open a conversation with your person. You want to be vulnerable and lay your cards on the table. If anything happens, you're going to be accepting of it. And I think the advice is that this is something you have already decided. The advice is more about moving forward with that idea and communicating with your person. And when you do approach your person, you don't stop. If they try to run away, this conversation is something that needs to be had. You need to sit them down, and you both need to open up. There needs to be an exchange here. So be honest about what you think and feel. Try to be calm as you have this discussion. Try to find a balance. I think it's about having an open conversation with respect. And you might be surprised and find that there's a middle ground for the both of you, and you might be able to work things out if you would just be open and consider all of the pros and cons of things and see what it is that you can change about this relationship and improve, and what it is that you cannot change and you will have to tolerate and let go. So I think that is the advice. You have to be firm about having this conversation, and when you do have it, again, approach it with compassion, with openness, with honesty, with respect, and be open to finding a middle ground, a solution that works for the both of you. So I hope that that is helpful for you, pile number one. Before we end your reading, I would like to pull some channeled messages from your person. So let's see what it is that your person wants to say to you. Since communication doesn't seem to be open, let's see what they would say if they could be more open and honest with you. So first of all, we have, I hide behind material things. So it could be that, I think I remember saying in the reading that they're more focused on work, they're more focused on their stability. It could be that they do this as an escape. This is something that's more predictable for them. And so they spend a lot more time focused on these things because this is not something that can hurt them. This is something that they really understand. I will wait for a sign from you. So it could be that they are open to having this conversation with you, but they want you to initiate, and they just have a lot of fears about how it might play out. So I think they just want to have some sense of control and to feel safe as they're having this conversation. I think that you need to make your person feel like you are a safe space for them. We have, I wonder if you are happy without me. So for those of you who are still together, I would say that your person is wondering if you would be happy without them. I think that if you guys decided to end things, that they would accept it, because at the end of the day, they just care about what's best for the both of you. Whether or not that will happen with you guys in a relationship. We have, I don't react when people mention you. So I think that they care about appearances, at least to some degree, and they don't like to cause drama. They might be, again, a very logical person. So if you get mentioned by others, they don't want to cause any trouble, and they don't want to badmouth you. So they just don't say anything, or they could even pretend that they don't care. I want you. Okay, so definitely your person still wants you and wants to be with you. They find you attractive and they do want this relationship. It's just that there could be things getting in the way that are making it hard for them to juggle this relationship along with everything else going on in their lives. I wish I could take back my words. So I think I also mentioned this earlier about how they might be very blunt and insensitive sometimes. I want to be more than friends. So they definitely like where the relationship is right now. They don't want to just have something strictly platonic. They want it to be something more than that. But I'm getting that there might be a fear of commitment, or if you guys are already committed, there might be a fear of deepening the connection further, because that makes them invest more of themselves in the relationship, and that makes it scary. It makes it scarier in case they do something to lose you. So many things remind me of you. So definitely there are a lot of things that they encounter day to day, situations, or like conversations, topics, people, objects that make them think of you. I look for you everywhere. So yeah, it could be that when they're just going about their day, a lot of things remind them of you. And they wish that you could be around so that they could share that with you. We both know I am not the one for you. So on some level, they might realize that, or they might know that they're not the one for you, and that you could be happier with somebody else. You could be so much better off with somebody else. Or maybe not with somebody else, but just not with them. I think they think that it might even be better for you not to be with them. So pile number one, thank you so much for your time and for watching this all the way through if you did. I will do an extended reading about this. So I think I would like to explore some of these messages, some of these channeled messages. I think that I will explore how you could approach them so that you don't scare them off, something that feels safe to them. What it is that they love about you. And I want to get more channeled messages on what it is that they wish they could say to you about whatever this is. So if there's like a fight that you guys had, some sort of conflict where they said something hurtful or even very nasty, I want to look into that and see what they could say, if they could be more honest and vulnerable. So I'm not going to ask for hurtful messages, but I want to explore where they're coming from. So thank you so much, pile number one, for your time and attention and for watching this all the way through if you did. If you're not subscribed already, I encourage you to, because I am definitely going to be posting these readings regularly. And if you could leave a like on this comment, I would really appreciate that, because it would help me get noticed by the algorithm, and this video could reach people for whom these messages would be helpful. And if you could leave a comment and give me feedback, I would also very much appreciate that. It would give me an idea of what it is that you like most about this reading, what you want to know more about, and how I could further improve these readings for everyone's benefit. So again, thank you so much. I will now be moving on to pile number two. Hello, pile number two, and welcome to your reading. Today we'll be exploring your person's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards you and your connection, and then we'll check what actions they might take towards you. Afterwards, get some advice and finish the reading with some channeled messages. So before everything, I will look into your situation first. That way you can gauge whether or not you are on the right pile. So let's start. If you picked pile number two, then you have this beautiful deck right here, as well as this adorable pink stone. So let's look into your situation with your person. Okay, so first of all, this popped out. It is the devil. So it could be that you see your person as the devil. All right, so let's pull some cards. I will take that as an overall energy. Now we have the Empress, the Ace of Discs, or the Ace of Coins, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Swords. And to clarify, let's see. To clarify, we have the Seven of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Five of Swords. So let's see what is going on in your situation. First of all, we have the devil. So it could be that you see your person as the devil. It could be that you see them as temptation. You see them as someone highly attractive but a bit dangerous. It could be that when you get involved with this person, you find yourself in situations that you regret. It could be that they have this strong energy that pulls you towards them. They're shown as someone very tempting, but at the same time, it's like there's a love-hate situation here. You might find them very attractive, but at the same time feel repulsed towards them. It doesn't have to be that extreme, but just take what resonates. So with your situation, I see that you guys might have had conflict recently. I'm sorry for all the noise. Give me a second. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So I would say that if you have pets, then pets normally have more acute senses compared to us. So it could be that your pets are aware of your person's devil energy as well. It could be that you guys have a lot of fights. I see here that you just had a conflict. It could be conflict about family. It could be about starting a family. It could be about starting a commitment, grounding the relationship. I see that for some of you, this might be a same-sex relationship, so it doesn't have to be for everyone, but for some of you it will be. And what else can I see? I think it's clear to you that things are not going in a good direction with this person. There are just a lot of problems. It could be that this person also has things that are not very healthy about them. So this person might have anger issues. They might be very promiscuous. They have bad habits and vices. They might like to drink a lot and frequent bars. For some of you, they will be an alcoholic. For some of you, they will be a gambler. So there's just something here that is not good about this person. And I think that you're very much aware of this. And it's clear to you that a relationship with this person will not go in a good direction, but it's hard for you to resist because this person for some reason has a very strong pull on you, and you're very much attracted to them. You see them as someone larger than life. You see them as someone who makes you feel very excited, makes you feel a lot of deep emotions. You could become very emotional around this person, but I really see over and over through these cards that this relationship is not going anywhere. And I think you're aware of that. And I think that part of why you're attracted to this person is because, or the reason why both of you are attracted to each other is because you're a beautiful, good-natured soul is what I'm seeing. And it could be that this person is attracted to that because they see a lot of good qualities in you that they wish they had in themselves. But at the same time, it could be that they're also seeing you as someone that they could take advantage of. Now, this is not necessarily something that they know and exercise. It could be something that they know subconsciously, that they kind of latch onto you because they know that you're a safe option for them. So if this resonates with you, then you are on the right pile. Let's see if I can get any other messages here. I'm seeing that your person might also be a liar or a cheater or just something deceptive. And I'm seeing you considering a new beginning with this person. You have pretty much every ace. You have the Ace of Coins, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups. The only thing that's missing here is the Ace of Wands. But because they're the devil energy, I would say that they already embody that. So everything's here. I think that you really want to have something with this person. You might want to have something long lasting with this person, but you're also very much aware that it's not a good idea, that there will be a lot of ups and downs with this person. You might feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster. You might have high hopes here, and you might have a lot of dreams of being with this person and working things out. But again, I can see that you're also aware that this situation is everything that you do, or no matter what you do, it's useless, and it's only going to leave you feeling defeated and in pain. So, okay, I think that's everything that I can draw from this. Okay, if this resonates with you, then you are on the right pile. And I will now move on to their thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. So let's see what your person feels about you. Their thoughts about you. Actually, I should have put thoughts here first. Their intentions and actions they will take. So we have a lot of major arcana or major arcana. We also have these cards which popped up. So these two jumped out. They're the High Priestess and the Hierophant. For their thoughts, we have the Lovers and the Two of Swords. For their feelings, we have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. For their intentions, we have the Fool and the Knight of Wands. And for their actions, we have the World and the Hermit. So the overall energy is that you're dreaming about this connection. You're dreaming about something more. You're dreaming about there being a higher commitment between you and this person. But for this person, that higher commitment feels more like, I don't know the word for it, like a sentence. Like they're being imprisoned. Like judgment is being made upon them. Now, their thoughts towards you is that they see that there is definitely passion between the two of you. You're attracted to one another very much, but for some reason they're blocking it. Um, they're blocking themselves from these emotions. They don't like this idea. They don't want this idea. For some reason, they're not welcoming it. This is something that feels beautiful and safe, and it could go in a very positive direction, but they don't want that. I think that they want excitement and they want freedom. For their feelings, you have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. For their feelings, I think that your person is not wanting to open up their emotions to this relationship. They're not wanting to open up their emotions to you. They're very aware of what they could have with you, but they're kind of taking that for granted, and they're wasting their time and attention on other things. So there could be a lot of other things that bring them excitement that they're more focused on. It could even be that they're they're focused on things outside of your relationship, things that, yeah, I'm getting addictions again. So I think that your person is either literally addicted to something like gambling or watching nasty things online. I just feel like there's something unhealthy here, something that consumes all of their time and their energy and attention, something that something that they focus their mind on. This could be something that they're not telling you, and their feelings towards you is that you are definitely something that could be good for them. You're someone that could be good for them, and they could have higher pleasures or a higher lifestyle with you, something like that, something that's much better than what they have now, but they keep going back to these things that are not healthy for them. And their intentions towards you is that they, again, they want this, but they hesitate. They won't just jump into it because they think that if they join you, if they commit to you, if they'll be with you, that this is some sort of death sentence for them. It could be that if they choose you, then they're sacrificing something that's really important for them. I'm feeling that it's their freedom. They feel that they're really sacrificing their freedom and their youth and all of these exciting things that they could have if they choose you. So I feel that there are really a lot of things that they enjoy that they might not be able to make the most of if they were in a relationship. It could be that your person also gets a lot of attention from other people and they enjoy that. And they want to continue getting that kind of energy. And the actions they will take towards you is, I'm getting a feeling of walking away but coming back. So I think that there might be a chance for there to be a toxic cycle between the two of you. And this is something that they're aware of, but they're going to do it anyway. I'm feeling that they're quickly leaving and then they eventually come back. They promise you that they'll be back. they try to move forward, but then they look back at you, something like that. I'm feeling that their mind always goes back to you, but this feels very unhealthy. Yes, it's very passionate, but it's also something that could consume you. And again, I'm feeling that this is not healthy, and they know that, but they don't care. And they could just stay, but they're choosing to walk away each time, and to feel alone, to feel cold, because this is something that is comfortable and familiar to them. So they're not, what I'm feeling is they're not being very considerate of you, and even though you have a lot to offer, instead of accepting that, they're pushing it away and they're focusing on other things that are not good for them. So I don't really understand this, but this is what I'm seeing in the cards. Now we will move on to advice. And you cannot control this person, but you can control what you can do about your situation. So that is what we will be looking into with advice. So let us get some advice for your situation. I realize that the color is so soft, but the reading is so dark. Like the stone and these cards, I did not expect this reading to come out of it. So we have the Page of Cups. We have the Emperor. Immediately what I'm getting is that you should be clear about what you want. You should envision and visualize in your mind exactly what it is that you want. Not necessarily with this person, but ask yourself what kind of life you want, or what kind of person you want to be with, or what kind of person you want to be. And I'm getting that you need to bridge that gap between who you are now and where you are now, and who you are with now, to who you want to be, where you want to be, and what kind of person you want to be with. So we also have the Four of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Eight of Swords. Now, you have to, again, visualize what it is that you want. And then you have to take action and bridge that gap between everything going on with your current situation and your ideal situation. You have to go from point A to point B by being clear about what you want, setting your priorities, and moving in that direction. You have to be careful about your resources. This could be financial resources, emotional resources. You need to be careful about where you put your time, your attention, your efforts, your money even. You might want to consider moving if that's possible, or just putting yourself in a different environment, because that might help. If it's not a different environment, then try to spend time with people that you would spend time with as your ideal self, and people that you would find in your ideal situation. So I'm getting that there's a decision here to walk away from where you are now towards the direction of everything that you want to be, everything that you want to have. You have to get rid of the old, like out with the old, in with the new. I think that it might be daunting to let go of things, and there might be a lot of things that you need to let go of, but you need to walk forward and let go of all of this baggage. So you're carrying a lot of baggage, it seems, and it's this that's kind of getting in your way and stopping you. This is what's keeping you from moving forward. And you feel that with all of these things are weighing you down and making it impossible for you to have something better. But actually, this is just in your mind. So I think the most important part here is the Eight of Swords, in that these are limiting beliefs that you are imposing on yourself. So you actually have the power to open your eyes and see your doubts and your fears for what they are, that they're things that are not really as big as they seem or as big as you make them out to be in your head. And they're actually things that you can control or even walk away from. So again, be clear about what you want, set your priorities, know who you are now and who you want to be, where you want to be, what you want to be, and then bridge that gap. Be careful with your resources, maybe change your environment. If you cannot change your environment, then change the people that you surround yourself with. Be ready to let go of a lot of things that are just no longer benefiting you, no longer serving you, no longer good for you. Let go of all of that baggage and remember that you are in control. You are in control, and anything that is not good for you, you have the power to walk away from it. So this is the advice that I'm getting. Now, before I end this reading, I want to get some channeled messages from your person. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords. It's about having clarity. Having clarity of thought, being clear in your communications, being clear about what needs to be said and what needs not be said. If you are clear about what you want, then it will be much easier to decide because you know what your priorities are. Okay, so channeled messages from your person. Let's see what your person would say to you if they could be open and honest with you. If your person can be open and honest with you, what would they say to you? Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So it could be that your person spends a lot of time when they're alone, and could be even late at night when they're alone with their thoughts, that they think about all of the things that they've said and done. They think about you and how that has affected you. We have, I hide behind material things. So I'm getting that your person might be focused on superficial things. They might be focused on other people's attention, people that whose relationships they have or that they share with have not much depth, so they might enjoy that novelty of being admired by others. They might enjoy surrounding themselves with nice things and getting this attention that is just purely for excitement. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. So it could be that your person realizes that there are a lot of challenges in this relationship, and you might also be sparking change in them because of your good nature. It was my fault, but I blamed you. So if your person can be open and honest with you, they would be accountable. They would hold themselves accountable for the things that they've said and done. So I think that they would admit that they've caused a lot of problems and then tried to pin it on you. I want to be more than friends. So I think your person wants to keep that connection. Sorry, there's noise. Let me just... Sorry about that. Dogs are playing, I guess. But yeah, your person wants to be more than friends. They want there to be more passion between the two of you. They might be a little aggressive about that. I left you before you could leave me. So your person might have a lot of fears about getting hurt, and that's why they focus instead on all of these superficial things. It could be that they're trying to keep themselves distanced all the time so that there's no possibility of them getting hurt. I bury myself in work to forget you. So, especially if they're in the public eye, it could be that they spend a lot of time using work to escape this relationship, to escape you, to escape thinking about the things that they've done. But then they go home and they're alone with their thoughts, and they end up thinking about those things anyway and regretting them. So they're saying, I regret lying to you. So again, they could have done and said some hurtful things, and when they're alone, they do think about these things and regret them. I want to feel that way again. So they definitely appreciate all of the good parts of your relationship and all of the passionate moments that you guys share together. And this is something that they want to revisit and always come back to. And finally, we have, I want to tell you how I feel. So if your person could be open and honest with you, they would go to you and tell you exactly how they feel. They would lay their heart open and be completely vulnerable and be completely honest, and they would say everything that they could, not fearing any judgment. So I will be doing an extended reading about this, and I'll be looking into some of these channeled messages. So I want to see what you're meant to learn from this, what spiritual lessons you're meant to learn from the situation. What things they said or did that they regret. And I want to see what it is that they want to tell you, because they hide behind material things, they bury themselves in work to forget you, they leave you before you could leave them. It's all kind of the same theme, and I want to explore that and see what it is that they would tell you about that, if they could tell you how they felt. So thank you so much, pal number 2, for watching this all the way through, if you did. If you're not subscribed already, then please subscribe. I will be posting pick a card tarot readings regularly, and I also have some other tarot related videos that I'm very excited to publish. If you could leave a like on this video, that would be very helpful, because that means I could get on the YouTube algorithm and these readings can reach more people, people who might be in need of these messages. So I'm hoping that these will be helpful to you and to a lot of other people as well. And if you could leave a comment and give me some feedback on my readings, that would be very helpful as well, and I would very much appreciate that, because it would give me an idea of what it is that you enjoy the most about these readings, how I can make these readings more valuable to you, and how I could further improve my practice, my tarot practice. So again, thank you so much for your time and attention. I really appreciate it. I will now be moving on to pile number 3. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. Today we'll be exploring your person's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards you and your connection. We'll also check what actions they might take towards you, get some advice, and finish the reading with some channeled messages. Now, before everything, I will look into your situation first. That way you can gauge whether or not you are on the right pile. So, if you picked pile number 3, then you have this beautiful deck. Look at all that detail. So pretty. And you have this beautiful stone, one of my favorites. So, let's look into your situation with your person. We have Strength, the 5 of Wands, Chariot, the 9 of Swords, and the Star. Now, to clarify, we have the 10 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the Ace of Coins, and the Empress. So this is looking positive to me. It could be that you and your person are moving somewhere and starting a family. It could be that you are looking for a place to settle, or looking to settle in general with each other, in order to either to build a home together, to start a family, or to just establish your connection and either commit to one another or to deepen your commitment. So I'm seeing that you and your person are very much aligned. You look to one another for support, but you're also both able to contribute equally to your relationship. So this is a positive, loving situation from what I can see so far. And if you are having deep issues and conflicts with your person at the moment, then this might not be for you. But I'm just reading the center energy so far, so let's read further and see whether or not this might be your situation. So I'm seeing that you and your person, again, you're wanting to either deepen your connection or to commit to one another, or you're already wanting to settle down with one another, to build a home and to start a family. So that's what I'm seeing. More likely it is that you guys have been together for a while now. If not, then if you guys are a new couple, then it could be that you guys have had a deep impact towards one another, more than your previous relationships, and that's why things have progressed quickly between the two of you. Now, I'm seeing that sometimes there are some problems within the relationship, in that not between the both of you, not between you and your person, but what I'm seeing is that there are problems outside of the relationship that are affecting the relationship. It could be that there are a lot of things going on with your individual lives, like work, for example, or your families, or your hobbies, or like other communities that you're a part of that kind of take you guys away from the relationship and are kind of demanding more of your time and attention. But you guys do seem like you are both focused on dealing with these issues together. And you do seem like you very much want to grow your relationship and to kind of take root and take care of your relationship and nurture your relationship as you guys are struggling to deal with the things that are getting in the way, things that are outside of your relationship. So I'm seeing teamwork here, I'm seeing proactiveness, I'm seeing a positive outlook and attitude towards things. I'm seeing that you guys very much care about one another and you support one another. Give me a moment. Sorry about that. So I'm getting that there could be a lot of things that kind of pop up outside of your relationship that take away your attention and kind of get in the way of the relationship or interrupt the progress of the relationship. And you guys both find it very distracting or very annoying. And despite that, you continue forward with a positive attitude and you just want to make things work. So it could be that you guys also have worries about how far you can take this relationship and whether you both are able to work together and manifest your shared ideals. So it could be that you guys have high ambitions for this relationship and you guys have high expectations about where this could go and where everything could lead, and how long you guys can be together, how much you guys can have together, and all these things. So sometimes it can be a bit daunting, but what I feel is that you guys are committed to working on things, even if it takes a long time, and even if it takes, I guess, making a choice every day to put in the work. You guys don't mind the work involved. So while there are these worries, again, the positive attitude trumps that. So I'm seeing that you guys really care about this relationship and just want to keep nurturing it. You see that there's a lot of opportunity that could come from sticking together with your person, and you guys can overcome a lot of things together. You guys really depend on and trust one another, and that is making it easier to handle any anxieties that you might have. I'm seeing that you both share some big dreams having to do with this relationship. I'm so sorry for all the screaming in the background. Sorry about that, guys. I'm really sorry about all of the excessive noise. Anyway, things look really positive for me when it comes to this connection. I'm seeing that you guys have big dreams when it comes to this relationship, and that there's a lot that you want to achieve for yourselves as well as together as a team. I see that a lot, that you guys consider one another family, and that you guys see a lot of stability between the two of you. And you feel that you can dream bigger and go further because of one another. So I see that individually you guys have good self-esteem, and that you believe in yourselves, but it also very much adds to the relationship that you have one another. You feel that you mutually feel that you have a person that is amazing and admirable and respectable, someone who has a lot of potential, someone who has a lot of beautiful, wonderful qualities. And you guys are attracting a lot of abundance to yourselves and towards your relationship. And also, I'm seeing that your relationship is highly favored by others as well. So this could be friends, family, other communities that you may be a part of. Everyone is looking at your relationship and seeing it in a very good light. And I'm seeing that if there are any challenges, you guys seem to be very much focused on facing these challenges head on. You're not afraid to confront these challenges that are coming your way. And even if the challenges are internal, you're not afraid to hold a mirror up to yourself and confront any issues that you might have to deal with yourself. And because you guys both share this attitude, you're sure that everything is going in a really good direction, that you guys can be happy, very happy with one another. And this is not just a happiness that's shared between the two of you, but it's something that can be shared with others as well. So it also highlights how involved you both are with your friends or your family or whatever it is that you consider your chosen community. So this is very positive, and if you are resonating with the situation, then you are on the right pile. And I will now look into your person's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards you. Okay, so let us look into your person's thoughts about you. Their feelings, their intentions, and their actions. Wow, so this is very surprising because it completely contradicts everything that I just read. So let me know if this resonates with you. What your person currently thinks about you is that you're very much steady when it comes to pursuing your goals. You will not stop at anything until you get whatever it is that you want. You're a very proactive person. They think that you're attractive and charming, and you know how to use these things to your advantage as well in order to move forward in your life. I think that because you have all of these beautiful qualities, they're scared to lose you. So in their mind, they're kind of clinging on to you. It could be that they have this fear that you will lose interest in them and that the relationship will kind of lose its balance because of this, and that challenges will arise when eventually you feel that you're above them. But I feel that it's just them thinking this, that they are putting you on a pedestal. So it could be that you're not aware that your person is doing this and projecting these ideas on you and putting you on a pedestal, even though on your side you might see your partner as an equal, and you might be respectful of them and even admire them. Now, again, just take what resonates. But this is what I'm seeing so far. The way that they feel about you is that they have a lot of worries. They have a lot of worries, and they're kind of focused on these worries. They're focused on the possibility that the relationship might become stagnant, that you might lose. Again, they're thinking about how you might lose interest in them. They feel that there's a risk that you will find someone better than them, or find a more interesting situation, or want to chase things that are so much better outside of this relationship. There's a feeling here of them kind of bracing themselves for disappointment, and this might be something that they're hiding from you. It could be that they're very much afraid that at some point when things get really deep, that you'll suddenly change your mind. So they might have this deep fear that they're hiding, that while it seems like things are going well between the two of you, and it seems like you guys will always be together, they're afraid that maybe 10, 20, 30 years, 40, 50, 60 years down the line, that suddenly you'll wake up and change your mind. So this is a conflict that's kind of brewing inside of them. This might be something that they deal with every day. So since this is something small that they're dealing with every day, that stress can add up. And that might be something that will kind of knock them off their balance. Now, their intentions towards you is that they want to keep doing whatever it is that you're doing right now, supporting one another, dealing with challenges together. And they think that so far, when they look back at your relationship, they see good things, and they can look at your relationship and your history and see it in a positive light. But again, I'm getting that moving forward, their actions show that they're very guarded, they're afraid, and they're bracing themselves from some future conflict. They're afraid that one day you'll break their heart, and that you'll do something that will disappoint and devastate them, and they'll be left alone, sort of dealing with all of the deep and heavy emotions that come with that by themselves. And everything that you guys grew together, it's going to feel like they're just going to be left alone with that. And it seems like this is something that goes on a lot with them mentally. This is something that they hide. It feels like they have like an angel and a devil on their shoulder. I know I mentioned this too in another reading, just the angel and devil part, but I'm seeing that again here. It seems to be a recurring theme. But yeah, that is what I see. Like they have an angel and a devil on their shoulder, and they're whispering these things that they're whispering all these beautiful, wonderful things, but then they're also whispering all of these things that cause your person a lot of fear and doubt. And they're wanting to use up every resource that they have and that's available to them in order to, again, brace themselves for this disappointment. So they're very much scared of this, and this might be, again, something that they're not telling you. Now, let's look at advice for your situation. So we cannot control what your person thinks and feels, but you definitely can control your own thoughts and feelings and how you will deal with the situation. So that is the advice that we're going to get. I also am not sure if I'm speaking faster than usual, but it could be that you and your person are both very intellectual, and you guys become very chatty around one another, and there's just a very free-flowing exchange of ideas between the two of you. A lot of the time, it could be that one of you or both of you are Geminis or have Gemini placements, because I see Geminis as very, very curious and playful and chatty energies. So, advice for your situation. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Moon. So I'm seeing a steady movement forward. I see a lot of positivity, and I see a lot of success. So what I'm seeing is that all you have to do in this situation is to continue moving forward, to keep investing in this relationship. What I'm seeing is that you are already invested in this relationship. You have already started your journey as the Knight of Pentacles, meaning that you have already decided that this is something that you are going to see through to the end. And you're very much focused on growing this relationship. You're very much focused on cultivating a lot of beauty and love and growth within this relationship. You care a lot about its stability. This is something that is directly linked to your happiness. And you definitely at some point want this relationship to go towards higher commitment. So that could be settling down with one another, growing old together. You guys deeply care about one another, and you see that, and you can see this relationship going places because of that. And I can see that you're very clear on that vision, that you can see yourself settling down with this person and having a very beautiful, successful relationship with this person. It could be that in the past, this was not something that you were sure of. It could be that you had a lot of, while you had a lot of beautiful feelings for this person, and while you guys were developing your friendship, it could be that things were not certain at that time. And for you guys, it was just a matter of time before you could see whether or not you guys are truly committed to one another. And it seems like you are. It seems like you are, and it seems like things are becoming clear between the two of you, and it's becoming easier to just keep investing into this relationship and to keep going with it and to keep planting seeds and growing the garden that you guys have together. So again, while in the past you guys might have been doubtful because the relationship was new and this might be something that you kept to yourselves, especially if you were just getting to know one another and still developing your friendship. What I can see here is that you're very clear in the direction that you want this relationship to go, and the advice is to just keep going. Keep going, keep investing. It's safe to invest in this relationship. What else can I see? It's really that a lot of forward movement, a lot of success, thinking if it's worth it to invest and seeing that it is, and actually already taking steps. And I think that your person, if they're having a lot of anxieties about this relationship and whether it can last, I think it would be good to express this to them, to show them that you're very much committed in this relationship. And that means showing them markers of your commitment. For example, moving in with them, starting a commitment with them if you guys haven't started it yet, assuring them that if they move somewhere that you will go with them, planning the future with them, things like that, things that show commitment. So I think that it would help your person ease their anxieties if they think that you might suddenly leave them in the future, because on your side I can see that it's very clear to you that you're not going anywhere. Now, before I end this reading, I do want to get some channeled messages from your person. Maybe we can look into how else they're feeling and what else they're thinking, and that might help you figure out how to approach them. So pile number 3, let's get some channeled messages from your person. So if your person could say anything and be open and honest with you about their anxieties, what is it that they would say? I hope that you can forgive me one day. So I think that your person has a lot of fears about you leaving them. I don't know if there might have been some problems in the past that they think you're still holding on to, and that one day you might leave them for that reason. But that could be a possibility for some of you. And then for some of you, I'm seeing that your person has a lot of fear about you at some point suddenly leaving them. And it could be that they're considering leaving before you do, and they're hoping that you'll forgive them for that. But the stronger feeling that I'm getting is that they might be afraid that there are issues in the past that you're still holding on to, and that they're just hoping that you can forgive them from that and move forward so that you guys will always be together. I left when I saw you with someone. So I really think that there is a lot of fear on your person's side. It could be that they fear that because you guys seem to be very much involved with your friends or family or chosen communities, it could be that they assume that you have a much deeper relationship with some of these people, that you might even consider being with them instead. And they're scared of you leaving them for that person or these people. And they're just, I'm guessing, feeling unsure and insecure of their place in your life. I feel you leaving me behind. Oh my God. So your person really is scared of this. They're scared of you leaving them. They're scared of you leaving them for someone else. They're scared of you leaving them for some past issues. I regret lying to you. So it could be that your person would even hide things from you simply out of fear that there's something that will trigger you to leave them. You and I were too young. So I think that when you and I were too young, this relationship might have started very early, and they're afraid that it'll come to a close sooner, just because you guys might want to explore other options or experience something new. Or it could be that you're growing apart or growing in different directions. So many things remind me of you. So I think that you and your person have spent enough time that there are a lot of things that go around in a single day that could make them think of you. So these could be jokes, these could be quotes, these could be shows, songs, anything really. Could even be like passing by a restaurant and then they think of you. I don't react when people mention you. So if you and your person are in separation, but the reading is so positive, so I don't think that that's likely. But if some of you are, maybe some of you are, then it could be that your person is hopeful about you guys working things out and finding your way back to one another, and they're not wanting to give you the wrong impression by mouthing you with other people. So it could be that if other people mention you and they want to get to the bottom of why you guys are currently separated, then they don't say anything because they want to play it safe and make sure that they still have a chance with you. Now, if you guys are still together, then it could be that they just don't want to open up to their friends and family about any negative things that are going on in your relationship or any doubts or worries that they might have, because they don't want to, again, give these people the wrong impression that that it's all bad, when I think that maybe your person is aware that a lot of these anxieties that they have are things that they kind of have going on in their head. So we both know I am not the one for you. So I think your person is really doubtful that they can match you. It could be that they feel that you're outgrowing them, and that eventually you'll realize that as well and leave them. Finding out the truth crushed me. So for some of you, it could be that your person is building this family and settling down with someone else, and or it could be that you are building a family and settling down with someone else, and your person found out about this, and it is really cutting them deep because they were expecting that to happen with the two of you. But if you guys are together, then it could be that this is them seeing you getting hurt by some lies that they told. So this is right next to this card. So it could be that they feel that they've crushed you by saying hurtful things or lying things or making lies of omission. And finally, I can't stop thinking about you. So your person definitely cares about you. And they definitely see you in a very positive light. I think that they put you on a pedestal even. And they spend a lot of time thinking about you and dreaming about the kind of future that you can have. So let me know if this resonates with you. Okay, so I think that is the end of the reading. I am going to make an extended reading of this, and in that reading I want to explore some of these messages. I'm so sorry for all of the noise in the background. So which ones should we explore? I want to see why they can't stop thinking about you. I'm sorry, I dropped the card. Let me go get it. Okay, so I want to see why they can't stop thinking about you. What else do I want to explore? I want to see why they feel you leaving them behind. And what is the last one? It's hard to choose. I want to see what it is that they lied about and what they regret saying or doing. So we will explore that in the extended reading. Now, I think I will end it here. Thank you so much, pile number 3, for taking the time to watch this, if you did watch it all the way through. If you're not subscribed yet, then please do subscribe, because I definitely plan on publishing these tarot readings regularly. And if you could leave a like, that would be very helpful. It helps me get on the YouTube algorithm. That way more people can see this video, and they might find some helpful messages in it as well. And finally, if you could leave a comment, I would very much appreciate that. I would love some feedback on what it is exactly that you find value in within these readings, and that way I could improve my tarot practice. So thank you again, pile number 3, and I will see you next time. Hello, pile number 4. Today we will be exploring your person's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards you and your connection. We'll also check what actions they might take towards you, get some advice, and finish the reading with some channeled messages. So before everything, I will be looking into your situation with your person. That way you can gauge whether or not you are on the right pile. So if you picked pile number 4, then you get this beautiful purple deck, as well as this beautiful matching stone. Now let's look into your situation with your person. We have the 6 of Coins, the 5 of Cups, the Hierophant, the 2 of Cups, the 7 of Cups. There are a lot of cups so far. And to clarify, we have the 3 of Coins, the 5 of Wands, the Knight of Coins, we have the World, and finally we have the King of Swords. So let's see what is going on with you and your person. So I think that there's an opportunity for commitment here between you and your person. And if you're already committed, then there's an opportunity to take things further and to have a higher commitment. But you guys haven't decided yet on whether or not to pursue that. So you're still evaluating whether this is something that you can do. I'm guessing because this is not something that should be decided without much thought. That's the reason why we have the Knight of Pentacles here. So the Knight of Pentacles is a very dependable energy, and this is someone who will not even start their journey without first deciding whether or not they can carry through with it. And that's what I'm feeling in your situation. So there's a chance here for you guys to have a commitment or to have a higher commitment. But because this is something that requires careful thought, that is exactly what you and your person are doing. You are considering every possible scenario that might come as a result of this. You're trying to find clarity in this. You're trying to see how far this could go and how much work this would take. You just want to be sure that you're able to contribute to this relationship should you commit or pursue a higher commitment. I'm so sorry for the noise. And that if you're able to do that, then you know that you can grow this relationship. So right now that hasn't been decided yet, but definitely there is that opportunity. I'm seeing here that you guys see one another in a beautiful light. You guys both equally want each other. You're very attracted to one another. You love one another. You care about each other deeply. There's just a lot of beautiful feelings here shared between you and your person. And I think that you see one another always being around. So I think that your person can see a future with you just as much as you can see a future with them. And I think you're both kind of wanting the same things. What else am I seeing? There's a lot of conflict here, though. I don't know if there might be a lot of things going on in your individual lives that would get in the way of you guys having a commitment or a higher commitment. But what I'm seeing here is that you guys are kind of hesitant about this commitment because I think you can see that there might be issues that would come with this. And these are overwhelming issues. You're choosing to look away from this. You're choosing to look away from this opportunity. And you're more focused on the consequences that this might bring. So these are consequences that might have to do with freedom. It could be that you guys, for some reason, won't have as much freedom if you pursue a commitment or a higher level of commitment. Maybe you feel that you guys will restrict one another, or it could be that you have people surrounding you that will sort of restrict you if you enter into a commitment. I'm feeling a lot of obligations, expectations from people outside of this relationship. I can see you being pulled in different directions, people having a lot of opinions. You're not drowning in these emotions, but you could see how you would. And you can see how much this could overwhelm you and how this could be very challenging for you. I think that this would put you in a tough and vulnerable spot. There's a feeling here that you don't feel protected from these consequences, and that they will get the best of you. It could be that you guys come from different social classes, and that's something that kind of causes problems in the relationship. It makes it difficult for you guys to have a commitment or to have a higher commitment. It could be that money is a problem. I'm seeing though that despite that, you two truly love one another and you honestly care about one another, but because of these practical differences, it doesn't necessarily have to be about money. It could be about health as well. It could be anything practical. So it could be that you or your person, you might have like a chronic illness or something that makes it difficult to commit to one another. If not that, then practical reasons. You guys could be oceans apart, or again, you could come from different social classes. It's just, the point is, this is making it unclear whether or not this relationship can go further. So this is something that is getting in the way of you guys growing your relationship further. But if it's just a question of whether or not you guys care for one another, you definitely do. I'm just seeing that there might be some work that needs to be done. Sorry, give me a second. Sorry about that. I actually did not expect, I don't know if you heard it, but there was like a random prayer going on in the background. So that's actually also something that could be uh, something that stops your relationship. So earlier I mentioned your relationship, like things getting in the way. And one of those things could be religious factors. It could be that you and your person come from very different religious backgrounds, and it makes it difficult for you guys to come together. There would be a lot of work involved, and there could even be a lot of changes that need to be made, that you would need to spend on some legal things that need to be done in order for you guys to come together. So there is a huge practical obstacle getting in the way of you and your person um, being together, or having a commitment, or having a higher commitment. And I think that despite all of this, you and your person still very much love one another. Um, these are some heavy things that are hard to deal with, but you're trying to be hopeful, although the situation does sometimes feel a bit hopeless, and it doesn't feel like it's going to get any easier. It could be that sometimes you guys are overwhelmed by these things, and sometimes you'll feel lost and not be sure what to do or how to um, solve things between the two of you, or around you, in order to progress your relationship. But despite all that, you guys still deeply care about one another, and you're still remaining very hopeful about the situation. So you guys are really focused on one another. You care deeply about one another. You very much want this relationship. You guys very much love each other. So I'm seeing a lot of romance here. I'm seeing a lot of caring, devoted feelings, a lot of hopefulness, maybe even innocence and a bit of naivete. So some of you might be very young. This is not for children, but I mean that you could be in your 20s, for example, and just starting out in life, and you're already faced with all of these challenges. So if this situation resonates with you, then that means you are on the right pile. And I will now pull some cards that will show us what your person might be thinking and feeling about you, what their intentions might be, as well as any actions they might take towards you and your connection. So first off, this jumped out. It's the Ace of Cups. So for me, that is love. That is a mutual exchange of love and positive feelings. And then this flipped as well, the Five of Cups. So again, feeling overwhelmed, feeling paralyzed by all of these things that you can see ahead, challenges that are coming your way. And you're very much focused on that. You are fearful of it and feeling overwhelmed by it. So how does your person feel about you? What do they think of you? Wow. Their intentions towards you. Wow. And actions they will take. We have, there are so many cups. So your person definitely has deep feelings for you. And what they think of you is that they think highly of you. So again, I'm seeing that there might be a difference in social class. Your person thinks very highly of you. They think that you are very attractive, that you have a beautiful soul, that you are humble and abundant. So they think that you do focus on practical things, but it doesn't take over your life. So while you have a lot of opportunities surrounding you, there are a lot of doors open to you. You're careful about which opportunities you take, and you weigh the consequences of each path that you're presented before taking them. So they see you as a very intelligent and decisive person as well. They think that you're creative, optimistic, romantic, that you have a good heart, that you care about your stability, and that you work on that. They think that you have an innocent and pure heart. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing that they enjoy exchanging ideas with you. They love talking to you. They love hearing about your thoughts. They might think that you're a very philosophical person. You guys could both be very young. They learn a lot through you. You're definitely more practical compared to them. And they definitely admire you. They might even put you up on a pedestal a little bit. They think that you're out of reach. Now, the way that they feel about you is that they have big feelings for you, first of all. Again, I'm seeing that they feel that you're out of reach. They're not sure about whether this relationship can materialize or whether it can go further because of all of these practical things that are getting in the way. But they still have these feelings for you anyway, and they still remain very hopeful about the situation. They still want to go further with you, they want to stay with you. They very much have romantic feelings for you. They definitely want to grow this relationship more than it already has, and they want to clear away any doubts that you might have towards them. They see that you have a lot to offer, and they want to match that. So they definitely care about you. I would say that they have deep feelings for you. And their intentions towards you, they definitely intend on remaining hopeful about the situation. They intend on staying with you, keeping their romantic feelings alive for you. If it's possible, they would want to build a home with you, have a future with you, be with you always. They want to be close to you. They want to care about you for a very long time. They want to hold you. They want to protect you. They have very gentle, loving, caring feelings towards you. There's a lot of romance here. They want to build trust between the two of you. They want to treat you in high regard, with a lot of respect. They want to care for you. They want you to be happy. They want to romance you. There's a lot of beautiful feelings here. And the actions they will take, they plan to continue investing in this relationship. They could cut things off in order to protect themselves, but they're choosing not to. They want to trust in the situation and they're hoping for the best. They're trying to keep in mind the future that you guys could have together, the abundance that you guys could have together, all the beautiful things that you guys could have together, all the beautiful things that they could have with you. So they're just trying to stay strong right now, and they're just trying to survive like any bumps in the road that you guys might encounter. Any challenges that you come across, they're going to try and stay firm and stick with you through these things. They're just wanting to keep their head down and remain humble and remain hopeful and to offer their love to you. So this is a recurring symbol that I'm seeing, that they want to humbly offer whatever it is that they have to you, and that they're hoping that you will accept this and that you guys will continue forward, and that the wheels will keep turning, and eventually you guys can be together or have a further growth in your commitment. Now, let's look at what advice we could get for you for this situation. So, you can control your thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions. That's why I want to see what advice there might be for you. So first of all, we have the Lovers. So the Lovers popped out as I was shuffling. We have the Queen of Swords, the Moon, Temperance, and the Seven of Coins. So the advice for you, there is a major decision that needs to be made. Something that, of course, deeply involves your person. So this is an important decision that will impact your person. You need to be clear about what you want, and when you make your decision, you have to be firm on that decision. There are big consequences to whatever it is that you decide. It seems like you are really leaning towards being with this person, but there are some things in the background that are kind of trying to lead you away from this. So these are things that could be, you might question whether these things are actually good for you. You might question whether your freedom is being restricted in the situation. And you're questioning all of the abundance that surrounds you. So it seems like even though their love plays a small part in your life, it does have a very big impact. And that's why you're very much leaning towards it. I think that the cards are saying that you need to strike a balance between what it is that your heart wants and what it is that works practically for you. So you have to consider how this is going to affect not just you but other people as well. And you have to find a balance between all of that. You have to remain grounded. and you have to be practical, but don't forget to take your feelings into account. It needs to be both. So you need to consider a lot of things. I think that you really want to be free when it comes to who you love. And that's a recurring symbol again. I think it's important for you to approach things with a very clear mind, and by knowing what you want, it will be easier to make a solid decision. You have to think also about how this will play out long term and whether this has the potential to grow in a good direction. I can see as well that you and your person share similar ambitions, and you're both willing to put in the work, any kind of work that is involved, in order to come together and grow this relationship of yours. I think that it's important that, again, the same message is coming up, that it's really important that you take your feelings into account just as much as practical things. You also have to consider something about time. So it could be that you feel that you are running out of time in this situation, or you might be thinking about how this is going to play out long term. Over time, will you be happy if you give up this relationship? Over time, will you be happy if you give up these practical things in your life? Or is it possible for you to find an in-between? Is it possible for you to find a middle ground? Don't rush into a decision. I think you need to take your time and evaluate things thoroughly. There's a lot of things that you have to consider, and the situation calls for you to be patient and to be practical and to consider what you really want as well. You have to be true to yourself while considering how this will affect others. So there's a lot that you need to think about, and you need to be careful with that. So don't rush into it. Try to handle things with grace. So that is what I'm seeing for your advice. Now, before I end this reading, I just want to pull some channeled messages from your person. That way we can see more into their thoughts and feelings towards you. So this card popped out. We have the Four of Cups. So I think it's saying that you might be overwhelmed by the situation, and you might feel a bit paralyzed with all of the things that you have to consider. But don't lose hope. If you want stability, there is a chance to have that, but it just takes a lot of work to get what you want. And the Five of Cups flipped again as well. So I think that you're very much overwhelmed, and you see all of the challenges that are coming your way. So that keeps repeating. So let's see what channeled messages we can get from your person. So first of all, we have, I replay our conversations over and over. So it could be that you're very open with your person, and you guys have talked about this a million times. You guys have considered every possibility, every scenario, and you're just revisiting those conversations and trying to make the best decision that you can. just being near you is intoxicating. So your person definitely desires you. They definitely want you. They love being around you. I am afraid to contact you. So it could be that your person is afraid to open up this topic again just because of how heavy it is and how difficult it is to come to a decision. I left you before you could leave me. So for some of you, you might already be in separation and they're actually afraid to contact you because it would bring up a lot of deep wounds. It could have been that this was a very difficult relationship just because of all the things that were affecting it. And it could be that they saw that things were not going to go in their favor, and so they left you before you could leave them. If you guys are still together, then they might be considering leaving because they might be afraid that you will not choose them. I wish I could take back my words. So they might have said some things that might have hurt you or rubbed you off the wrong way. And they definitely regret that. I want to tell you how I feel. So they definitely want to connect with you and be honest with you. I would say that you guys are able to talk about a lot of things and be open with one another and be vulnerable with one another. And they're wanting to open up to you again. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. So again, for some of you, you guys might have already broken up. You might have already chosen you might have already chosen these practical things instead of your person. So it might have been very difficult for them to accept this and to deal with this. And because of how much they want you, it was also something that factored into how difficult it would be for them to move on. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So your person thinks about you a lot. They think about contacting you. They think about talking to you and opening up a conversation again. You speak to me through music, so it could be that you guys had some songs that you dedicated to one another. It could be that there are a lot of songs that remind them of you. They listen to these songs over and over. It could be that you guys have a special song that you have for one another. It could be that you guys, for some of you, some people have already planned their wedding songs. The timing just wasn't right for us. So for those of you, if this is a situation wherein you already chose whatever practical thing it is instead of your person, then I think that they're just trying to move on and accept that maybe you guys just aren't meant to be right now, and that maybe in another life you guys could have made things work. So if there are a lot of big practical things outside of your relationship that are making it very difficult to come together, they understand that. So I'm going to do an extended reading on this, and in that extended reading I want to explore some of these channeled messages that your person has for you. Give me a moment. So sorry about that. I dropped one of the cards. It says, finding out the truth crushed me. So it could be that, again, for some of you, you guys have already broken up and you already chose these practical things over your person. And for them, when you revealed that, this is something that deeply cut them and hurt them. So again, I'm going to do an extended reading, and I want to explore some of these messages. So I want to see what it is that they want to tell you. which of your conversations they keep going back to, and what they think about when they think of you late at night. So I will end this reading here. Thank you guys for watching this all the way through if you did. If you're not already subscribed, then please do subscribe because I plan to do these readings regularly. And if you could like this video, I would very much appreciate that because that could help me get on the YouTube algorithm and this reading will reach people who need it. And if you could leave a comment, that would be very helpful. I always welcome feedback. And I'm open to learning what it is about these readings that you guys find value in and how I could further improve my tarot practice. So thank you guys again for your time and attention. I will see you on the next video.